Day 2, I'm gonna open up these windows because it will get hot in there, in here. Happy new day. Let's start sitting. So we already know based off of yesterday's flow that we're gonna be moving through some sun salutations. But if you're familiar with sun salutations, to be this hot, intense sort of practice. So I am feeling the need for a little ease in my body this morning, and I want to use the sun salutation as an exploration of just what's going on, like a gentle warm up to wake up. So sitting up tall, let's start with our 4 to 8 breath, where we inhale for 4 and exhale for 8. So let's release all of our oxygen out and inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Another breath in, inhale for 4. Exhale 8. Inhale 4. And exhale 8. Let's immediately come onto all fours and open up the spine with cat-cow. So knees nice and wide. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Keep moving through your own breath. And being here on all fours also warms up the arms, it warms up the legs, warms up the shoulders. So we're moving like this before we flow into sun salutation. Come to neutral spine and then bring your chest down, moving into downward facing dog, into baby cobra. Inhale, lift the heart. Inhale, send the hips up and back, tuck the toes, and then send the hips all the way up, down facing dog. Bend the right knee and bend the left knee, opening up the calf muscles first thing in the morning, opening up the shoulders, getting some heat going, activating the fingers. Let's walk to the top of the mat, one footprint at a time, still focusing on your calf stretch, and forward fold. Inhale for 4. Exhale a count of 8. Let's bend the knees, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Pressing into the heels. And as you come to standing, inhale, arms up overhead. Gaze up towards your hands. And exhale, bring the hands together and release. Open the palms for a moment. Standing tall, grounding your toes and heels into the mat. Let's keep flowing with our sun salutation. Let's bend the knees, sweep the palms forward. Inhale, raise the arms up. Press into the heels, breathe deeply. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift the spine. You can go to a full flat back or just elongate your back here. Sorry, I'm just now realizing I've been off the screen for a little bit. Let's do this. From here, let's walk the feet as wide as the mat. Fold and bend the knees just a little bit so that you're not locking your knees out. Let's clasp the elbows. Let's hang out here for a moment. Using your breath and allowing gravity to create space in the back of your neck. One more breath in. Exhale fully. Let's bring your hands down to the mat. And the knees down to the mat, coming into all fours. Send the knees wide and hips back. Reaching the arms forward, relax the forehead down. Let's inhale for 4. Exhale a count of 8. Inhale 4. Exhale 8. Great, let's come up to all fours. And from here, send your body down and forward, lifting the heart up, hips on the ground. Then press into the elbows, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back again. Walk one footprint at a time to the top of the mat. Remember, when we do this, we're really focusing on opening up the calves. Forward fold. Bend the knees, press into your heels, roll your spine up one vertebrae at a time as you inhale. Arms follow. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Open the palms, stand up tall and breathe. Let's go again. Bend the knees, raise the arms up, paint the hands forward, reaching up towards the sky. And exhale, fold. So if you notice, you might be generating a little bit of heat, but we're doing these controlled movements to move through our sun salutation. Inhale, flat spine. Elongate without crunching the back of the neck. And exhale, fold. This time, let's take our hands, wrap them behind the ankles. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale, wrap your elbows behind your calves. It's best if the toes are together right now, actually. And pull your forehead towards your ankles. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. This seems like a back stretch, but this seems like a calf stretch almost, but we're really working on the back. Releasing that lower back. All right, release, bring your hands down to the mat, step back into a low lunge on the left side. Squeezing the thighs together, let's inhale, paint the hands up into crescent. And let's exhale, bring the hands down, sweep them back, extend the right leg. Inhale, draw the chest up. Exhale, release. Inhale, come back through your low lunge. Drop the right knee down, and then we switch. We don't switch sides yet. Lower the chest, moving through our chaturanga. Inhale to lift. Exhale, send the hips up and back, or come back up rather. Then send the hips up. From here, let's walk the feet to the top of the mat, one footprint at a time. Try to get your heel onto the ground and then roll your foot forward. Not to say that's going to be available to us first thing in the morning, but something to play with when we think about coming into a forward fold. All right, from here, bend the knees, plant the palms. From here, bend the knees, press your weight into your heels and press up on your inhale. Arms follow all the way up. And bring the palms down. Open the palms, facing forward, and just breathe for a moment. If you usually do your sun salutation fast or with like a faster pace of breath, hopefully you're exploring this. All right, let's go again. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, we fold. Inhale, create a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, come down to all fours. Elbows tucked in, lower down on your mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, press up, back to all fours. Tuck your toes, send the hips up and back. Let's walk one footprint at a time to the top of our mat. Dramatically exaggerated. And forward fold. Bend those knees, plant the heels, roll up on your inhale. Arms come all the way up. Exhale, palms down. Let's move straight through. Inhale again. Notice I'm starting to find little movements. Exhale, fold. Within my practice, because I'm moving so slowly, it's really allowing, because we are moving so slowly, it's allowing us to articulate our movements differently. So as I come down in this forward fold, because I'm coming down in a way that is really activating my calves, I'm also bringing my toes up to extend that stretch in my calves. From here, plant the palms, come down to all fours. You know what to do. So by this point, we are moving in our Sun Salutation. Inhale, arm, chest up. Exhale, back, send the hips up and back. And so that first little creative Sun Salutation we did with some of the other movements, let's walk forward. Created a little bit of heat in our bodies and just enough for us to start our flow. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, float them down. I'm a fan of whatever we do on one side, it's best to do it on the other side just for balance. So let's come down into our forward fold and move into that crescent on the other leg. So plant the palms, bend the knees, step your right foot back, come into your low lunge on your left, bring that knee down, okay? Squeezing the thighs together, getting your stability, activating the core. Let's reach the arms forward and up. And then sweep them back down. Ooh, come on, balance. Gotta press into our foundation, sweep the hands back, extend the right leg. Inhale, draw the chest up. And exhale, fold. Inhale to come forward. This time, pop up to your lunge and step your left leg back, coming into a push-up position. From here, elbows tucked in, lower all the way down. Okay, just straight down to the mat. We're not going to flow through in this moment. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale onto all fours. Send the hips up and back. Let's walk to the top of the mat, one footprint at a time. So if already you're starting to feel really hot in your practice and you're like, man, I just want to zoom through it and maybe skip, or after your down dog, maybe you just want to do a lunge or float your way to the top of the mat, you can. It's your practice. Do what you want. Exhale, bring the hands down. But I'm also encouraging you to tap into this slowness that we are experiencing. And articulate. All right, spin the knees, reach up. Maybe you find some extra movement in your reach. Maybe you roll the wrist out this time. And we exhale, fold. Maybe this time in your fold, you keep the back flat, reaching the arms down. Showing you all the different things that we can do in our Sun Salutation. Inhale, create a flat back. Exhale, let's fold it down. Maybe this time you clasp behind the legs, pulling your torso closer to your legs, to your knees. Inhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, come down to all fours. This time, drop the heart and send it through. We don't even pause. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Down dog. And walk it one footprint at a time to the top of the mat. Slowly bend the knees and roll up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's bring the hands down. All right, let's shake the palms out and come down to the mat. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of heat. I am fresh back in Puerto Rico, so it is hot in this little room, in my little yoga room that I will have only for 1 more month. But let's come down and let's use the warmth and the warmth that we just used to stretch out our muscles. Even though Sun Salutation is a full stretch and workout and warm up, I feel like if I don't stretch after the Sun Salutation sequence, I'm like wasting a stretch, if that makes any sense. So let's extend our legs forward. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold over, reach towards your toes, and then bring your hands down to the mat, wherever they land. Bring your chest down first, and then drop the head over. We're not doing a full crunch here. Actually, we are. I lied. Drop the chin, drop the head. Let's breathe here. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8, and melt closer to your legs. Inhale for 4, right into the space between your shoulder blades. And exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Last one, exhale for 8. Now let's inhale, press ourselves up, and let's come back to a seat. Let's roll the shoulders back a couple times. More than a couple times, just roll them back. And then roll them forward. Let's draw the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Exhale to round, catch your weight in your palms. Inhale, chest comes forward, shoulder blades together. And exhale, round. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, forward. All right, let's sit up tall and close out with our internal massage breath that we've been doing. So if you're new to this, we're gonna inhale deeply, close our ears and hum. We're gonna do that 3 times. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and let your elbows be heavy. You don't have to plug in your ears like this, just here, okay? So inhale deeply, cover and hum. Inhale deeply. Again, cover and hum. Last one, inhale deeply. Cover and hum. Go ahead and release the hands. Take a moment here just to notice how you feel. And I don't necessarily mean feel emotionally, but just how do you feel in your body? Do you feel maybe a bit more relaxed, hopefully a bit peaceful? Maybe your breath is deeper. Maybe you feel some warmth. Maybe you're a bit more aware of some aches and pains than you were before. And that's okay too. That's why we come to the mat to check in. Okay? Let's bring our hands to our heart and acknowledge another session that we showed up to. And bring our hands to our forehead to bow ourselves out of our session. Because your yoga practice does not end on the mat, okay? Take the yoga that you did here this morning into the rest of your day. As I say at the end of every session, if you don't have space to practice with me here on live, hit me up on Nucultur on YouTube. That's where I post. That's where I am going to be posting the rest of this series. There's still the Intuitive Flow series that's up for you to enjoy probably all month until this one's over, but we just started this one. So daily I'm going to try to post from Into the Sun, our lives, onto YouTube as well. So once again, if you don't have space between like 7 and 9 a.m. to get a yoga practice in with me live, you can always watch the playback on YouTube. And if you want to access the full library of all the series and shorts and things like that, and also support me with merch, you can become a member on our Patreon on Nucultur Studio. So all of that stuff is within the bio. You can go to YouTube, you can go straight to Patreon. But I will see you next time on the mat.